Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Bobby, aka Paginator, and I just came back from the town library with a massive box of books. So my town library does a book sale, and you can go and pick out as much as you want, and you can pay whatever you feel like paying. And so I had loaded up probably 15-ish books and taken one of their empty boxes that was sitting around because I couldn't carry them all. And the librarian goes, "Oh, I'm going to let you in the back room," because I had given her a $20 bill and didn't ask for any change, and she's like, "You need more than that for $20. So she let me in the back room and said, "You can pick anything from these shelves here to add to your box." And then as I was leaving the back room, I was, closing it up and everything so other people couldn't get in. And she goes, "Did you have any luck? Did you get at least 10 books?" She was so excited and supportive of me. I got books mainly to use for my altered book and junk journal projects. And so I guess this is going to be a book haul for that purpose. So we'll start with this one. This is Lives of the Writers, Comedies, Tragedies, and What the Neighbors Thought by Kathleen Kroll. And this has really fun illustrations of famous writers in them. So, for example, this is Frances Hodgson Burnett. She wrote A Little Princess. This is Emily Dickinson, writer of very fine poetry. Who else do we have? Edgar Allan Poe, and so on. You get the idea. I don't need to show every illustration in every book. The next one I got is a Saturday Evening Post Christmas book. If you're a junk journaler, Saturday Evening Post is where it's at. They have really cool like Norman Rockwell paintings, and I don't know if this is a Rockwell or not, but in that style. This one has the words to the hymn God Rest You Merry Gentlemen, because it's Christmas, and A Little Town of Bethlehem. Here's another one. This is Norman Rockwell, some carolers. And so there's just really good art as well as vintage pieces in here. Oh, this is cute. Look at this boy. Has he been a good little boy for Santa Claus or a naughty one? He looks like he's sprouting angel wings, so he's trying to be very good. Cool. So these will be fun to pull apart and use pieces in junk journals. I don't know if I've talked about this before, but I've been doing this Friday afternoon activity. We have about a half an hour at the end of the day on Fridays for something we do where kids, if they don't have missing work or that kind of thing, they can go do an activity. And I've been having kids make altered book junk journals for the past few weeks. It's been so much fun. So they're going to be super excited about this stuff that I found. This next thing is not something that is going to be used for that. This is the audiobook on CD of Little Women. I do have a stereo that plays CDs still, and I thought it would be fun to just listen to one of my favorite books of all time while it's cleaning house or, something like that. Maybe while I'm junk journaling, and, snatch these up when you can. Audiobooks are not cheap. Here we have Wyoming, Land of Echoing Canyons. This is by Beverly Elaine Brink, and it is full of old photographs and things from the history of Wyoming. This is Red Cloud. He's a famous Native American leader. We have bears. This is in the section about Yellowstone National Park. And if you don't know, I do live in the state of Wyoming, so this is kind of cool. This is a coal mining map. That would be cool to use as backing page in a junk journal. So those will be fun to work with. This is an old copy of Ramona the Brave. It is falling apart. It does have a few illustrations in there, but I could just use regular book pages as well to decorate with, and the Ramona series is so much fun. So I know that there's not going to be anything inappropriate in here if I just wanted to hand the kids this book and say, pull it apart, use it for what you want. I wouldn't have to worry about checking it or anything like that. Kind of a similar story with this one. This is Homer Price by Robert Mccloskey, and it also has illustrations in it, as well as text that I wouldn't have to worry about giving to kids. Let's see if I can find an illustration here. I remember reading Homer Price stories at my grandma's house. I think she had a collection of them. This is kind of a fun one. Homer is climbing atop a giant ball of twine. This is another children's picture book called Our First Pony by Marguerite Henry. It has some illustrations of horses, and I got it because of this black and white paint pony. My family used to have a black and white paint pony, and her name was Little Joe, and she was a Spitfire, and it would be fun to journal about her using some of the illustrations from this book. Now this one I don't know if I'm going to pull apart or not. This is Morris Goes to School by B. Wiseman. This is not my original copy from when I was a kid, obviously, because I just got it at the library, but I read this book many times as a kid, and when I was in college taking a sign language class, I had to choose a book and interpret it in sign language. Don't ask me to do it now because I failed miserably, but I did choose this book to interpret, and yeah, it has a special place in my heart. So this might be just a copy to live on my shelf. This book is Tail Feathers for Mother Goose, the Opie Rhyme book, and it is another one that just had some illustrations in it and just fun children's book pages that I thought we could pull apart for junk journals, etc. That has some little illustrated letters on it. Another one that had good illustrations, this is Fox and the Wood Tick by Merle Haas. And I don't care for wood ticks, but I do love foxes. And this one has quite a few foxes in it, so that'll be nice. This one is The Dear Old Briar Patch by Thornton W. Burgus, and it has a lot of animal character illustrations, like this bunny rabbit. And I'm sure would be safe for me to hand my kids to pull apart as well. Oh look, here's some foxes. Are they foxes or coyotes? Don't know. Alright, here we have 4 illustrated classics. King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, The Adventures of Pinocchio, The Jungle Book, and The Prince and the Pauper. These also, again, have illustrations in them and things I can pull apart. My students are using up book pages and things like crazy, so the more I have like this, the better it's going to be for our activity time. But just to give you an example, this is one from The Prince and the Pauper. And you can see there's some cool black and white illustrations that the kids can use in their junk journals. This is one that's a Thomas Kincaid with Wings Like Eagles. It's a devotional book. Because it's church themed, I'll have to tear out some of those pages, but Thomas Kincaid is an amazing artist, and so I thought there would be some pages that I could pull out and use, either myself or for the kids to use. Let's see if I can find a good one. Alright, so that's just a mountain scene. We've got a waterfall up here and then like a snowy riverbank down here. This would be a very common scene in the state where I live, so a lot of kids could use that. This book is Old Macdonald Had a Farm, a Golden Shape book. I mean, just look at that. You can tell it's a vintagey book just by the cover. And we have some cute illustrations. Look at this cow. She's like, get the milk out of me, please. There's some piggies. My nieces and nephews love farm animals, and if my students don't use this for junk journals, I'm sure that my nieces and nephews would love to have something farm animal made. I could craft them a card or who knows what. This one is all about turtles, written and illustrated by Jim Arnosky, and I was just kind of casually flipping through and I saw a couple of things that would be fun. Like this says different varieties of turtles, and like this one would be probably too big to fit on a junk journal page, but there are some that are smaller, like this one might be a good size. Several small turtles here. There's one page I have to show you though. Think about the movie Never Ending Story. You know, Morla, the ancient one? It's a giant turtle. Her face just coming at you. That's what this picture reminded me of. I was like, oh my gosh, Never Ending Story. I haven't watched that in a while. We have some more of these shape books. We've got Mother Goose. I mean, look at how cute these illustrations are. So fun. What's a good one in here? Oh, cute. This is a donkey. I have a student that's obsessed with donkeys. I'll have to show that to him. Really fun. We have Toodle, a train one. I mean, look at this cute little train just frolicking in the flowers. This train could be friends with Ferdinand the Bull. This one is Seashores by Joyce Pope. It is, oh, I found a personalized note inside. To Mom from Pookie. That's kind of cute. I won't read the whole note because it's personal. But anyway, this has sea creatures, seashells. There's a crab, an anemone. All kinds of things that could be pulled apart. I like that octopus. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. Do you guys know that Beatles song? I'm probably destroying the melody, but there we go. This one is The Chocolate Rabbit by Maria Claret, and it's just got cute little bunnies and some other animals throughout it. And last but not least, we have King Jack and the Dragon. Never a wrong time for a dragon. Another cute book with illustrations. Now these dragons are probably too big. Some of the illustrations are colorful. Some are more monotone, like this one here. And this one's just super cute. Like, he's snoozing with a sword in his hand. So that gives me a lot of books with some really great illustrations and things to use in junk journals. And that's it for this lovely book haul. So, how many of you guys go like shopping at used bookstores and book sales? I might be doing that some more this weekend. Just heads up. Yeah. Let me know if you like looking at used book sales and libraries and things, finding old books to use for any reason, whether it's just reading or crafting or whatever. And we'll see you all in the next one. Have a wonderful, magical, and bookish day. Happy reading. Adios.